Houston, we have a problem.
Give me all you got!
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Give me back my gun! I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Stand and Watch, the best and only dad movie podcast you're ever going to listen to, because we killed all the other ones.
The other ones are dead. They weren't good to begin with, but we wanted to be sure that you guys weren't listening to anybody else. So we killed them.
Yeah.
We couldn't. We're a very jealous podcast. If you even look at another podcast, we get a little possessive.
Yeah, when you go on your podcast app and it says recommendations for you, if you even glance at those, we're coming for you.
I will kill Jamie and Joe if you even listen to a minute of the Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, don't kill Jamie.
Not Jamie. He's just. Is he still an intern? He's been an intern this entire time, right?
Unpaid.
Unpaid. Joe's just, hey, you're getting experience. You've got 20 years of experience doing this now, Jimmy. If I ever set you free, you're gonna be great at this.
See, that's why he's still an intern, because like you just got his name wrong.
God, mentorship is so broken now. It's like I can teach you things. I can't give you money. I can't give you financial advice because you don't have any money, because I'm not giving you any money.
I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not giving you life advice. I'm not giving you money at all. But I'm giving you experience that you can't use anywhere.
I'm giving you experience in doing the things I don't want to do.
Yes.
You're doing them.
Yeah,
My
you're doing
social
it.
posts,
And I'm not going
producing
to.
this podcast.
And I don't know your name.
We need a Jamie. Is what I'm learning from this riff right now is we need a Jamie.
Yeah.
Can we afford that?
Steve.
Since
Steve.
going-
Hello, Steve. I know you're
Steve,
listening. Hi,
Andy.
Steve. We love you. We love you, Steve. You don't need the money. You know, you're getting that sweet, sweet Adam Sandler check every few years.
All you have to do is piss in a mailbox.
Yeah. Come be our Jamie. Be our intern. Look things up for us.
Look things up. Look, all I'm saying is since we've gone independent from our previous ownership, who I refuse to name, not because I don't remember the name right now off the top of my head, but because I'm not gonna evoke their name. But
I can name them if you want.
Can we afford an intern? We have enough patrons, right?
No, he's an intern, so we're not going to pay him. That's the thing. We can afford him.
Isn't that what the Patreon stuff's for? To like bring more people on and grow that way. Like bring.
I'm going to be
people
honest.
can pay?
Until you just mentioned it, I completely forgot we even had a the fuck is it called? A coffee?
Coffee?
Kofi? Whatever. I completely forgot we had it. Anyway, the only thing I ever put on there was help us to afford the Nice Guys 4K Blu-ray release.
An $80 4K Blu-ray. Hell yeah. Look, hey, if you're listening, we can put a link in the show notes. Matt will do that. We could pay an intern to do it if y'all were nice enough and we're independent media.
Or
Independent media.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve,
Come on, Steve.
Steve, you have two options. Steve Buscemi. In case anyone doubted which Steve we were talking to this entire time, you can write us a check. Write us a one-time check for 1 million big ones. 1 million big ones, and that'll set this show up for the rest of our lives. Or the much more honorable path, you could be our unpaid intern.
Yeah. Our fun paid intern, because you don't get money, but you have a lot of fun.
Look, I've got some made-up currency here. They're called Nick dollars that I can give you, and then you can reimburse them for things like days off or like being able to ask me a question.
I can give you some fresh bucks, which are worth 0.0001% of a dollar, and you can use to redeem them to get fun prizes such as a pencil eraser or a Voltron ring.
Those pencil erasers are really good.
Yeah.
And by really good, I mean they look good. They don't erase it for shit.
Yeah, but who uses pencils anymore? Come on. What are you doing,
Nobody.
Steve? What are you doing?
Nobody.
Get that Voltron ring.
I don't use pencils. I use ChatGPT.
Well, that's why your hard drive articles are the way they are.
Complete dog shit. No, they're amazing. They're the best articles. The best. They're the best.
The best,
And I have
tremendous.
my
They're the
amazing editors to thank for that.
Your articles are the ones that I had to do so much work on. Anytime a Nick Kaufman article comes across my desk, I'm like, "Ugh, this one's gonna be an all-nighter."
Look, I've seen your process. I know you just take my article and put it into ChatGPT and you write, fix, please fix.
Yeah, and then it comes back to me, "I cannot do that. I've already written this perfectly." And then I go,
You
"Oh,"
say chat.
"Oh, that's why there's so many M dashes."
You say chat. You're the one. You're the one person who's like calling it chat. In the box, you're writing Chat GPT. Please make this funny. And it's like impossible. I already have.
What's that South Park bit, Funnybot? You remember Funnybot?
Isn't that awesome?
No, there was Jimmy held the comedy awards, and he had a stupid award where it's like least funny people, or like the least funny country, Germany. So Germany, to prove a point, made a robot, like a robot comedian, and then they came into the school and took everybody hostage and brought out this robot, and they all thought they were gonna die, and then it started doing stand up. And it was telling these
Forgot.
jokes and then after every joke it would go, "I am funny bot." And then at the end of the episode, all the real comedians took them all hostage because they were pissed off that Funny Bot became like the biggest comedian in the world. And they were
How old is this episode?
I think it's like from '09.
This is very timely. Still,
Yeah, it was like it's like, "I am Funny Bot."
I am funny, but do they still do Jimmy? I haven't seen a Jimmy episode in a while.
I don't know. He hasn't been in the 2 newest episodes. I'm sure they'll bring him back. I'm sh
They should do a Jimmy. They
I
should do a Jimmy episode.
I'm sure they'll do an episode where RFK tries to deal with Jimmy.
And if they want to bring back Nathan and Mimsy as well,
Mimsy.
Mimsy, the great foils for Jimmy.
Uh,
Great foils.
You know what else is a great foil? Tommy Lee Jones in this movie.
He is a great foil. I will say I did not know that Tommy Lee Jones's Oscar is from The Fugitive. I did not know that before today.
I did know that before today because I've seen this movie. Have you seen this movie before?
No, first time. I've seen clips. You know the clips. You know the clips.
Of course.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
And he says it exactly like that. Fun fact, this is the first movie we're covering that is in our intro song.
Really?
Yes. You wouldn't know this since you don't listen to our show.
I've got better things to do.
Yeah. Our intro song contains a few sound bites from some choice selected dad movies. And the final one, literally the ending of our intro song is "I didn't kill my wife. I don't care."
So, did you ever play iDarb when it was a big deal on Xbox One?
I did not.
iDarb is a side-scrolling multiplayer game. It's handball. And the announcer, anytime someone scored a goal, would scream quotes from movies. And this is one he'd be like, "I didn't kill my wife. I don't care." And I just, I'm sad iDarb is dead. Bring back iDarb.
Would you like to?
But no,
would you
let
like
me-
to introduce the movie, Nick?
Let me introduce The Fugitive, which, by the way, 1993 is crazy, man. I mean, I'm older than The Fugitive, but not by much, but I'm older. The Fugitive is a 1993 American action thriller film directed by Andrew Davis with a script co-written by Jeb Stewart and David Toy from a previous story draft which Toy had written. Based on 1960s TV series itself, loosely inspired by the trial of Sam Shepard. Film stars Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones, Stella Ward, Joe Pantoliano,
Joey
Andreas
Pants.
Katsulas, yes, and Jerome Krabbe. After being framed for murder of his wife and sentenced to death, vascular surgeon, is that a penis surgeon?
I don't think so.
Checking. Dr. Richard Kimball Ford escapes from custody following a bus crash. Kimball sets out to find the real killer and clear his name while being hunted by the police and a team of U.S. Marshals led by Deputy Samuel Gerard Jones. Premiered at Westwood, California, July 29, 1993, released in the U.S. on August 6, 93. The critical and some commercial success, spending 6 weeks at the #1 film in the United States, engrossing nearly $370 million worldwide against a $44 million budget. Third highest grossing film of 93 with an estimated 44 million tickets sold in the US. It was nominated for 7 Academy Awards. It's fucking crazy. Including Best Picture, Tommy Lee Jones won for Best Supporting Actor, followed by the 98 film U.S. Marshals, in which Jones reprised his role as Deputy Marshal Sam Gerard, along with some others of his earlier Marshals. Did not know that was a sequel. Did not know this movie was nominated for 7 Academy Awards. It's way too many.
Is it? Is it too many?
This just didn't feel like a movie that like got nominated for Oscars.
I mean, it's really good.
It's really good, but it just doesn't feel like a movie that would get nominated for Oscars.
What was it nominated for? Does it say all of them?
Let me just check the let me go to that year. Nominated. So this would have been 93, right?
Okay, here we go. I got the list.
You got it. You got it.
Best Picture.
Okay.
I could see that. Best Supporting Actor. Yeah. Best
It won.
Best Cinematography.
Yeah, a lot of good Chicago shots.
Best Film Editing. Sure. Sure. Best Original Score.
Mm.
It's good, but I wouldn't call it memorable or any. It's
What else
functional.
you got there?
Best Sound
Okay.
and Best Sound Effects Editing.
And it only won for best supporting actor.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Most of these nominations are like, okay, yeah.
That was a pretty stacked year, right?
The 66th Academy Awards. Let's see what was nominated for Best Picture.
That Gump.
Schindler's List won.
Okay.
The Fugitive, In the Name of the Father, The Piano, The Remains of the Day.
All right. Not that strong of a year, it feels like.
Here we go. Best Actor, Tom Hanks in Philadelphia, Daniel Day-Lewis in The Name of the Father, Lawrence Fishburne in What's Love Got to Do with It, Anthony Hopkins, The Remains of the Day, Liam Neeson, Schindler's List. Okay, so yeah, I could see Ford not being nominated. Let's see who Tommy Lee Jones beat. Leonardo DiCaprio, What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Robbed.
John Malkovich in The Line of Fire. Okay. Ray Fiennes, Schindler's List. And Pete Postlethwaite in The Name of the Father.
Who?
I don't know. Oh, this guy.
I didn't know he had a name.
I don't know. He's one of those guys who's in a lot of things.
But everyone just knows him as that guy.
Yeah.
In the Name of the Father. Pete Postal. Oh.
Right? That guy.
Oh, he's been dead for a few years. Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
He was he the neighbor in A Beautiful Mind?
I've never seen it.
Romeo and Juliet, Bastard. What is the thing I saw him? Animal Farm, no.
He was in The Lost World.
Oh, okay, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't thought of that guy since 2011. Yeah, he was in Inception, that's right. He was in The Town, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Guy.
Rest in peace, dude. Rest in peace, my
Anywho,
dude.
yeah, good movie. This is a good movie, and I agree with all those Oscar nominations.
That's but you know who else we agree with? It's the dad approved Letterboxd reviews. These are reviews we pull from Letterboxd that we agree with.
That's true.
I'll go first. Speaking of Ko-Fi, my review comes from a guy named Coffee, who is a patron saint of Letterboxd. Praise be to you. I gave it 4 stars and a heart and said, we used to make movies in this country. We used to have movie stars. We used to cast Tommy Lee Jones. What the fuck happened to us?
Yeah, what happened?
We used to be a civilization.
I got one here from Lewis Pullman, who is a patron. Now, here's the real question: is this the real Lewis Pullman?
Could be a phony.
It could be. They gave this movie 4 stars and a heart and wrote, "Great watch if you're in the mood to say they just don't make them like they used to."
God damn it, they don't. They really don't.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't fly over. They don't do on location flyovers of an entire city all lit up. Oh my God.
They don't.
Every time they showed the beautiful city of Chicago, I just yearned.
They
I
don't.
yearned.
They don't make movies anymore where 2 actors are facing off against each other, and you kind of rooting for them both.
And they're in the same room.
Yeah.
In the same fucking room.
In a real room.
In a real room, not a
Not-
stupid fucking screen.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I saw a terrible green screen movie. I should tell you more about it later.
Oh God. Oh God.
Woo, it's bad. But let's do our sandwich for The Fugitive. Just a good cat and mouse in this. This is a really good cat and mouse.
It is.
This is. I really liked. I usually don't like the cop side of the cat and mouse, but I really liked the U.S. Marshals and their back and forth. Like they're constantly ribbing each other.
Yeah.
There's one of the guys has a ponytail on the Marshals,
Yeah,
and they make fun of him. And Tommy Lee Jones at one point is like, "Go do this, and don't let them make fun of your ponytail."
yeah. No, I think a lot of the times it's like you're always when they make a movie like this, there's always the clear you're rooting for this guy and you want that the other people to lose. And this movie, you kind of want them both to win. You're like, I want Harrison Ford to get away, but I kind of want Tommy Lee Jones to get his man.
I want them both to be right. I want them both to live and be happy. And yeah, because I mean, there is a moment where Tommy Lee Jones, like he does the "I don't care," and you're kind of like, well, you're a fucking asshole. But
Yeah.
then you're like, well, he's hunting a guy who
Yeah, he doesn't care.
was found guilty of killing his wife.
I that scene is really good because not first of all, just the whole "I didn't kill my wife. I don't care." Like very quotable, and
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones is incredible. But like a lesser writer would have not would have made that some sort of like monologue or like big speech, and it's just like, no, I don't care. And of course not. Like his job is to catch a fugitive. He doesn't care if you didn't do the crime you were convicted for. You are a fugitive on the run. That's all that matters.
Letter of the law is on Tommy Lee Jones' side. He doesn't, yeah. He doesn't care if you're on a mission. He literally doesn't
Yeah.
care, and he doesn't have to explain why he doesn't care.
Yeah, it does not matter to him that you are innocent. You are convicted and now you're on the run. That's all that matters.
Oh, there was another moment. I'm blanking on it. Let me see if I can dig it up out of the quotes. He's just, oh, what does he say? It is, oh man, I just watched it and it's completely escaped.
Do you know what scene it is? Because I have one in mind also, another one.
You say yours, and maybe it'll come back to me.
So there's a scene because so Harrison Ford escapes from the prison transport, and one other guy also escapes. And there's a scene where Tommy Lee Jones and the squad track the other guy down to like his house where he's hiding out.
Mhm.
And that guy takes the ponytail guy hostage. And Tommy Lee Jones like shoots him like through
Mm, mm,
through
mm.
the wall.
Yep.
And the guy is sitting outside. The ponytail guy's sitting outside. He's got like hearing damage now because the gun that Tommy Lee Jones shot the other guy with was like really close to his ear. So he's like, I can't really hear anything or whatever. And Tommy Lee Jones is like, you think I should have bargained with that guy instead of doing what I did? And he's like, well, yeah. And he's like, can you hear me okay? And he's like, yeah. And he leans into him and he whispers in his ear, I don't bargain.
That is the exact moment I was gonna bring up because it's just it it builds upon the "I don't care."
Yeah, he's there to do his job,
I'm gonna get this done. Are you alive? Yeah, your hearing's fucked
right?
up, but guess what? You can hear me say this,
Yeah, he's there to get his man.
and he does.
Yeah, it's great. I also
Um,
I also love a lot of times in these movies, especially when the guy is innocent, they'll have like halfway through or whatever, the cop will start investigating like the case,
Mhm.
and then be like, "Oh shit, he is innocent." And what happens here instead is Tommy Lee Jones does it like, he does start like, following the clues and whatever and figures out Harrison Ford is innocent, but he's only doing that because he figures, well, Harrison Ford is investigating this case, so that's where he's gonna be.
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it feels like it's from circumstance, more like it's like, hey,
Yeah.
this is convenient. He's already doing the investigating, so might as well follow his trail that he's already gonna be on.
Yeah, like, he's not like, he doesn't see something like, "Oh, maybe he's innocent, I'll start investigating." He's just like, "No, no, no. I'm just gonna follow him, right? He's doing this investigation, so I know exactly where he's gonna be to try and catch him, right?" And so while he's there, he just happens to see the evidence and was like, "Hmm, maybe he is innocent."
Yeah, like if he had to do any extra steps on his own, he would have been like, "No, let's just go get this fucker.
Yeah,
Like,
like, he's not doing
let's go
any
get
extra work.
Harrison. I'm done."
Yeah, he's not doing any extra work or extra investigating. He's following the trail, and Harrison Ford leaves a really easy trail.
He does, and he's just like because there were moments where where they I forget where it was. They go to arrest the upstairs neighbor, who I guess is either a pedophile or a drug dealer. The
Drug
way
dealer.
they pronounce.
They
Well,
said they said he was a drug dealer.
he likes to string out. They arrest him and they're like, "You like to string out 12-year-old girls, eh?" And they're, oh my god, what the fuck? And they're like, "Oh, this guy's a drug dealer."
Yeah, because
Like, oh, okay.
they tell the mom, like, "Your son's a drug dealer."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess somehow they become aware. Yeah, somehow they become aware that he's harboring Harrison Ford down in the basement.
I believe he rats them out. Like, when
He rats him out, but like
well
somehow like those dots get connected. Maybe he saw a newspaper when he was being arrested, and like, hey, that guy's sleeping in my basement.
yeah.
Uh, but there are numerous times where I was like, oh, Harrison, you're gonna get yourself caught, man. And yeah, that fake out they do. Like I completely believed it because I was like, oh, like he fucked up somewhere. He left a note or he talked to the wrong person who like tracked him down or whatever.
Yeah, because he's not very careful. He's just out there, like, investigating to find out who killed his wife. And and again, so Tommy Lee Jones is like, okay, this is where he is. This is what he's doing.
But he's still a good guy. He's being hunted by the police and the marshals, but he's still good enough to help a kid who has a collapsed lung.
Yeah. Even at the beginning, when he first goes to the hospital and the prison guard from the crash gets wheeled in, he's like, tell the doctor he's got a, tell the doctor he's got a, and I don't remember what it was, but he's like, tell the doctor he has this wrong with him. And the paramedic's like, how did you know that? How would you know that just by looking at him?
And I'm glad he gets smarter the second time. He's like, I'm just gonna change out this board.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, and then but he's not the smartest guy either. Like he's when they're bringing him in for questioning about his wife's death. Like he's just I didn't like he's talking to them willy nilly, no lawyer present, no anything. And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, you need your lawyer in there, man. Come on, man. That was the one thing where I was like, come on, stop talking. You're a
Yeah.
doctor, you know better.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of this movie, and I'm, we always do our IMDb goofs. I feel like a lot of the goofs in like that people submitted were like, why would he do this when he shouldn't? It's like, well, why? How would he know how to be a fugitive? Like this guy's
Right.
like, I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. You know, like of course he's not gonna. Of course he's not gonna know how to be the perfect man on the run.
I will say this is the speediest fucking murder trial of my life. 'Cause you blink and he's found guilty. It's like, oh my god, they move quick. Holy shit.
Well, they gotta get to they gotta get to him being a fugitive.
Yeah, they gotta get to him being a fugitive. Uh and just some good police stuff. Like I said, I liked the buddy back and forth. I liked how after the cop on the train was gunned down, basically the Chicago Police Department just becomes these gun crazy nuts.
Yep.
Which I was like, you know what, that kind of feels true because I'm not personal friends with someone on the CPD, but friend of a friend of a friend, and I've heard stories about stuff, and I'm like, yeah, you know what,
Yeah.
this is very Chicago PD.
I think that honestly, it's just any PD.
And any PD,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, like the way some people talk about the Chicago Police Department, it's like a fucking cult.
I like
They it,
I do like the two detectives who worked on the case and got him like convicted are like just bumbling like buffoons, but they're so sure of themselves.
they're big idiots, and then I think those are the same guys at the hotel where the conference is, where the final climax happens. They're standing at the gate, and I think they get ready to arrest Tommy Lee Jones. Like they try to stop him and arrest him, right? I believe it's those same idiots.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a cult, man. It's a fucking cult the way people talk about it. Oh man.
This is a good ass movie.
This is a really good movie. I don't have much that I would complain about.
It's really well paced.
Well paced.
Like it's
I
just
could
over 2 hours. It's 2 hours and like 10 minutes.
yeah, it's not very long. I will say I could do without like all the dreams.
Oh,
Like it does
the wife flashbacks.
the wife flashbacks. They're like dreams and flashbacks.
Yeah,
But
those
it does the stereotypical like she looks into the camera and says his name.
yeah. I don't yeah, that's my only complaint with this movie, if I'm being honest. Anytime that happened, I just thought of that South Park episode with the stop screwing around guy.
Yeah, Richard.
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 That's all I could think
Chase,
about.
chase me on the boat, Richard.
Yeah, that's all I could anytime that happened, anytime it like anytime he had a dream about his wife, because they're all shot in like first person, right? And she's just there staring at the camera, right? And Like, yeah, that's all I could think about.
Is that a direct reference from coming from South Park then? It almost feels intentional.
I don't know if it's a direct reference to this or just like that concept in general, because this is not the only movie that does it.
You gotta fly with me, Richard.
Yeah,
And then they're
that's
like
all. Yeah, but yeah,
going down.
that's that's all I could think about. But yeah, that's my only complaint with this movie.
Richard.
And it's
And
so
then he keeps screaming it.
it's because I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing else. This is a great movie.
It's just a repeated beat because it's like just to remind us that there's a one-armed man out there.
Yeah,
Like, well, you don't like the one-armed man connection is already like memorable enough that you don't have to keep putting that in our face and then have this woman saying Richard.
yeah,
This woman that you fridged in the first act,
and
who is now
yeah,
coming back to say
and
Richard.
half the second act is him trying to find like he's going around the city for these one-armed men,
Yeah.
right?
And I didn't realize this is where the one-armed man term comes from. I didn't realize that was a fugitive creation.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie is really well structured because it gets to like you're right, it speeds along the trial because we don't care about that,
Yeah.
right? It
It's called The Fugitive. We need a
yeah,
fugitive. Set it up.
right, right. It speeds along through the murder, the trial, the fucking you know, the other inmates on the bus like stage an escape and it causes the whole thing to crash and like into a train. Like as that's all happening, the credits are still rolling. Like the opening credits are still going on by the time this fucking train crash has happened.
Is that a Wilfred Brimley cameo there on the bus? The other security,
I
the
don't
other
think
guard,
I don't think so.
not Brimley. Big guy. He's not on here. I'm
I,
blanking on the man's name.
I don't think no, not Wilford Brimley. You're talking about the mustached guy.
The mustache guy.
Yeah, who tried
The
to
one
lie.
mustache man.
Who tried to lie to Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, and Tommy Lee Jones calls him up. Richard Ryle.
Yeah, calls him out on
Rally.
it. He calls him out on it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. But yeah, like it speeds through that, and it just it's got a really great structure. It speeds through that, and and then Harrison Ford is getting acclimated to like being on the run, and he shaves his beard and he dyes his hair, and he starts like deciding like I'm gonna clear my name, and you got like a really clear just the nature of his investigation, you got a really clear pathway from him doing this, and like we said before, Tommy Lee Jones, just because that's the trail he's following, just happens to see the evidence, just while he's there. Like there's that scene too where Harrison Ford calls him on the phone, like from the one-armed man's apartment,
Mhm.
and he knows they're gonna trace the phone line, so he doesn't hang up, and they end up there searching, like, okay, let's try to find his fingerprints, see what he's doing, and that's when Tommy Lee Jones like looks around and be like, maybe he's onto something.
And yeah, they're immediately suspicious of him. I also love that they're cracking when Harrison Ford is investigating the different possible one-armed man. They go to visit a one-armed man who's in jail for armed robbery. The air marshals have a crack at it. They're like, "This is hilarious," and that's also my favorite. That's probably also my favorite chase scene because they're just running down a long set of stairs, and then Harrison Ford's able to trick some rent-a-cops into stopping Tommy Lee Jones, and he also shoots at him through
Yeah,
bulletproof glass, which is just a great moment. He's like, "No, I'm going." He's like, "I'm gonna get my guy, no matter how innocent you think you are. I will get you."
yeah, and they exchange a look too. Like he shoots at
Yeah,
him, and Harrison Ford like looks through the glass at him, like, "Oh, you're really gonna do this?" And Tommy Lee
you
Jones is looking back at him like, "I told you."
you're not gonna stop. There's a great cameo from the Green River, the Green Chicago River. Even the classic joke of you'd think they would dye it blue every other day of the year. Just classic line. You hear it. You hear it every Patty's Day up there.
Yeah,
Fun celebration. Do it once before you die, everybody. I recommend it.
the third act reveal is great of like why they killed his wife. It's like they switched the samples.
They switched to samples. There's bad livers out there.
Yeah, you switched the
The
samples.
twist of it being his friend, I didn't see coming at first. I was like, oh, this guy's nice. They keep coming back to this guy. And then they kept coming back to him so much where I was like, oh, this is our bad guy. This is him.
I do I do like him confronting him, like, during his speech at this convention.
It was great. Yeah,
Eh
because it's uncomfortable. Everyone's in the middle of dessert. It does feel like a convention in
yeah.
this nice hotel, which I think I've had dinner in, by the way. I don't wanna I'm not fancy or anything, but it was
But, yeah,
a
he's
very nice hotel.
and he's doing his little keynote speech in front. I don't know if they were doctors or pharmacists or whatever. He's doing his keynote speech for this drug, this miracle liver drug that he's falsified, that studies for. Harrison Ford barges in. He's like, "You switch the samples."
And yeah, and everyone in attendance is aghast. They're like, "Oh my god, what is going on here at this pharmaceutical convention?" And it's your pharmaceutical companies being dirty, and uh, it's a timely issue.
Evergreen.
For you dope sick fans out there,
Pretty evergreen, if you ask me.
the pharmaceuticals getting these doctors into trouble. Let me tell you. I believe the doctors in Dope Sick were also fugitives at one point.
Ayo.
Ayo. Uh, yeah, man, this is a good movie. I
Good
like
movie.
it. I like this a lot.
It is really good. Listen, I know we say this is a show where we say funny things a lot, but look,
Not you.
well, that's because you have no sense of humor. You get it from ChatGPT.
And it hasn't let me down yet.
ChatGPT, tell me a joke I can pitch to hard drive.
Yes. Here's your joke.
I am funny bot. But no, but like we say it in jest all the time. Like, hey, don't make them like they used to. They don't make them like
They
this.
really, they really
Like
don't. This
this
felt
is
like a whole ass. I felt like I was in Chicago, man, like running from Tommy Lee Jones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
The sweeping helicopter shots, the skylines, actors in the same room together, practical effects,
fuck
people
they
getting thrown through elevator ceilings,
Harrison Ford swimming down a river.
Cypher from the Matrix getting hit in the fucking head with a fucking crossbeam.
They have Harrison Ford at one point that he's sleeping in the woods and uses a pile of leaves as a blanket. And they did that. That's just Harrison Ford in a pile of leaves.
That's just him leaving it up.
They
Those
don't
leaves weren't added in post.
they don't make movies like that anymore.
They don't.
They'd have him in a fake forest in front of a bunch of screens.
They would have cut that scene. The movie would still be 2 hours and 10 minutes long, but they would have cut anything that they're like, nope, we don't need it. We need to explain a few more things to the audience. We need an extra 20 minutes to explain to them how the justice system works because we don't think the audience is smart enough to realize this is a jury of his peers. Whatever. They would, yeah, it would get noted to death.
I do really like all of like his friends helping him. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
like why we're not gonna turn you in. He just
You're
shows
right.
up. He just shows up back at the hospital, like to Jane Lynch, who's in this, and she's just like, "Hey, man, what do you need?" He's like, "Yeah, can you help me? I'm trying to figure out what the deal is with these samples. I think someone has switched them."
Yeah, I didn't recognize Jane Lynch at first. It was one of those things where I was like, "Is that no?" And then I sat there, and then they came back to her. I was like, "No, that is Jane Lynch. Oh my god!"
You know who
I
else
did
had?
the same.
You know who else had like a
But
one scene cameo? Chief Vic.
Chief Vic's in this?
Yeah, I think she played. I don't know. I don't remember. I think she played someone at a reception desk. I don't know if she was a cop or worked at the hospital, but she had like a quick thing. She had a line.
I need to go back. I'm gonna go back and see that after we get
Yeah,
off of this.
yeah.
Was it the same hospital where Julianne Moore is for her quick little scene?
I don't remember if it was a hospital or if it was. Maybe it was. It might have been the place where he shot at Harrison Ford through the bulletproof glass.
Okay.
It might have been there. It was somewhere. She was at some sort of desk somewhere. But I remember I was like, "Oh my god, it's Chief Vic."
Now I need. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna look that up.
she had a little quick thing. Yeah, there's a lot of cool people in this.
A lot of cool people who are like, you blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. Kristen Nelson is her name. Okay,
Yeah.
I always blank on her name. I know it was Kristen something. What do you give this? What do you stars wise? What are you giving this movie?
I give this a 4.5.
Give it a 4. I give it a 4. The Richie. That's my one thing, but it's a 4-star movie.
Yeah.
And the 7 Oscars. That's too much.
I don't think it is. I think this is
Yeah,
I think you could have given this Best Picture.
you think so?
I think you could have given this Best Picture, and not many people would have complained.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I mean, people might have complained because if it had won against Schindler's List, but, like, I think if you had said The Fugitive Best Picture winner, I think people would be like, "Yeah, that checks out."
I don't know. It doesn't feel like an Oscar movie to me. And maybe that's more of an issue with the Oscars and less of how I feel about it.
Probably more of an issue with the Oscars.
Yeah.
I think back in the day, like, this was an Oscars movie because it's just a really good movie, right? Like, because
Maybe I just haven't seen enough movies from the early '90s that were nominated for Oscars.
I feel like the Oscars were less, like, I don't know, stuck up about themselves. Like, they used to just be like, "That's a" like, these days, they'd be like, "Oh, that's just a cat and mouse movie? Nah." But, like, back in the day, they'd be willing to be like, "Yeah, but, like, it's so good."
They're still kind of uppity. They're still very much. I don't think that, like, I don't know. Prove me wrong. Oscars nominate Naked Gun. Prove me wrong.
No, I'm saying, like, now they're uppity. I'm saying, like, back
Yeah.
then.
Back then, they were a little more fun. They're like, yeah,
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
right? Yeah, like, back then, like, the '90s, even the '80s and '70s, like, you could be like they'd be like, "Yeah, we'll nominate a thriller."
Yeah, science fiction. People like science fiction. We'll do a fucking science fiction.
Yeah, they like,
You get one.
I feel like back in the day, they'd be more like, "You know what, though? It's a really great movie." And they would just
It's
be
it's
like,
funny
"Okay."
though now. It's funny now because Best Picture gets 10 nominations, and it feels like feels like they're even more pickier. They're like, we need to pick 10. We need to pick 10 movies nobody has seen. Go.
We'll pick 5 movies that people have seen and have at least heard of, and then 5 movies that nobody on earth.
You're being very generous. It's more like, hey, we're gonna pick 8 movies. 2 of them box office crazy. Everybody's seen them. The rest of them, you're lucky. You're lucky if it got a full theatrical release.
Okay, hang on. Let's just go to this year's. What was nominated?
Oh
Let's
yeah,
see.
100%.
Okay, here we go. The Brutalist. Nobody nobody outside of, like, the hardest cinephiles you know had heard of The Brutalist.
Correct.
A Complete Unknown, Bob Dylan, I think
Yeah,
people knew about it.
oh, a little more. Yeah, a little more so on that one.
I think Conclave broke through the mainstream bubble because
A
of
little more zeitgeisty,
yeah,
especially with the Pope dying.
Dune,
Dune. Yep.
obviously. Amelia Perez, I don't think anybody heard of.
People were aware of that movie, but not because they saw it, but because of everything that was wrong with it.
Yeah. I'm Still Here is, a foreign film, so nobody in America had heard of.
Nobody in America saw it.
Nickel Boys, I had heard of this movie just because I follow a lot of film people online that were talking about it, but, like, no normal human being had heard of this movie.
And I was aware of it because I read the book
Yeah,
like years ago.
like,
But otherwise, yeah,
I'm gonna say this term on it, right? No, none of the normies had heard of this movie.
no normies.
Yeah. The Substance was a cultural thing, everybody knew.
Everyone was aware.
Wicked,
I've seen it 40 times.
yeah, and Anora. Anora won. Did Anora break through the mainstream? I'm not sure it did.
I don't think so. It didn't break through until it won because people were comparing, like, they took the scene from Anora where who is that? It's Mickey Madison. Mickey
Mike
Madsen.
Is it Mickey or Mikey?
I think it's Mikey.
Okay.
But the scene of her stripping for her husband, I believe they were married at that point in the movie, and they compared it to what was everyone's favorite, The Substance,
Yeah.
and they were comparing it to like a super serious, super well shot scene from The Substance. They're like, this one over this.
Okay.
Wow.
So let's go back to the Fugitive year. The Fugitive is everybody knows this movie, right? Like everybody. It's a classic. Played on TV endlessly till the end of time.
Yep.
Shin-
TNT, they know drama.
Schindler's List. Everybody knows Schindler's List.
One knows Schindler's List.
In the Name of the Father. No. The Piano I have heard of.
I've heard of The Pianist, but not The Piano.
I've heard of The Piano with Sam Neill and Holly Hunter. Remains of the Day is one of those Jane Austen type things, right? So I guess people know of that.
I'm a normie. I have no idea what any of this is.
Christopher Reeve is in this movie.
Huh.
Let's just see the box office, right? This made $63 million. This made $64 million on a $15 million budget.
Let's see the box office. The most unattractive thing you can say in 2025 on the internet.
I'm just like, it's just like, even like this fucking movie, like, what did Anora make?
Not shit. 30? It was a shoestring budget, right?
Nora made 57.2 million.
Okay. What was their budget?
6.
Yes. Shoestring.
Yeah.
Basically.
Still, The Remains of the Day made more money.
True.
So in the time,
It-
more like in 1993, more people knew The Remains of the Day than people in 2025 know Anora.
Get out of here. Sorry.
The Piano made $140 million on a $7 million budget.
Jesus. I've never heard of it.
In the Name of the Father made $65 million on a $13 million budget. So like these movies were popular movies.
Yeah, but also everything was more everything was more monoculture, so like people were going to the movies.
But like people were going to the movies for The Piano. Like you didn't have to,
You didn't have, but people were going to the movies for the piano.
right? Like people went and saw The Piano. They could have just seen The Fugitive a couple more times.
Now people are like, Nora, I'm gonna wait until they put it on HBO Max or whatever.
Or Nora, what's that?
Or Nora, what's that? I have ad blocker on my computer and I don't watch ads, but I say that movies aren't market. That's the other thing. People are so annoying with marketing. They're like, they didn't market it. It's like, dude, you have ad blocker on everything. Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, like back then they would be like, The Fugitive, great movie. Just nominate it. And all the Academy would be like, yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah, we like Harrison, right? We like
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah, do it.
Have we given Tommy a piece of hardware before? No, I think we should give Tommy a piece of hardware for this one.
If this movie had come out today, like the exact same movie, Tommy Lee Jones would not have been nominated.
No,
They'd
no,
be
not
like,
at all.
they'd be like, why would we nominate him for that type of movie?
He was in No Country for Old Men. Why would we award that? We didn't award that. Why are we awarding this?
Yeah. No, but I'm like even if they were the same age they are in this movie, if this movie came out today and they were like that age, I don't know, 40 or whatever, this would not be nominated for anything in 2025.
No, not at all.
And that's a shame.
That is a shame. I honestly, I don't think a good chunk of the movies from the 90s would be nominated today. Hot take, I know.
A good chunk of them wouldn't be, you said, or would be?
Wouldn't be.
Wouldn't be. Yeah, but that's not because of the movies. That's because of the Academy.
Forrest Gump. You know what Forrest Gump would be? It'd be like Happy Gilmore 2 with all the cameos.
Well, Forrest Gump just isn't good. I'll say that right now.
You're getting next. You're going to tell me that Jenny is a terrible person.
But Pulp Fiction wouldn't be nominated either.
No,
right?
too violent.
I mean, it would be if Tarantino was as famous, but like if
I don't know. I think it still would be because in years past the Substance wouldn't have been nominated, but Substance is like body horror and it got the nomination somehow. Well, I say somehow. It was a great movie that deserves it, but body horror doesn't feel like something that would get nominated. Like was Cronenberg really cherished by the Academy early on?
Well, you know why though? It's because it's about show business.
Yeah, it's a very circle jerky. They're like, it's
Hollywood-
about us.
They love
They're
movies.
like, it's about us. They say, but it doesn't paint us as a good picture. It's like, who cares? We'll nominate it.
If you make a movie about show business, your odds of an Oscar nomination go way up.
Yeah, they fucking love it. They're like, fuck, dude, this is really good. This is about us. The terrible stuff that we do, but this is good, man. Fucking hell. La La Land. Fucking La La Land. This is a dad movie, right? 100%.
Oh, of course.
100%.
We
We got off on an Oscar tangent. That tends to happen.
Yeah. No, there's not even a need for a discussion.
No. Let's get to our negative Nancy's. These are people that hop on IMDb and write an IMDb goof about a movie instead of doing anything else with their day. These people don't enjoy life. These people are very sad. You should point and laugh at these people in public if you see them. I've got one here that made me chuckle.
Go for it.
And it says obvious dummies in the bus when it flips over. Because the person who wrote this wanted real people to be in that bus when they flipped it. But
Tom Cruise would have been.
Tom Cruise would have been in that bus.
Yeah.
Nobody would have made that movie, but Tom Cruise would have been in that bus.
And I got one. It makes no sense for Kimball, who is attempting to evade police, to steal an ambulance and drive it for a substantial amount of time. This only draws attention to him. He could have simply walked away from the hospital. Yeah, because if you're a fugitive from the law, you're thinking, I can just walk.
Look, as someone who saw The Pit, who's watched The Pit recently, even the guys who steal the ambulance in that season, in the first season of The Pit, they got away with it for like a few hours. They didn't catch him until a few episodes later.
Have you seen the movie Ambulance?
You don't have to watch the movie Ambulance. You really don't.
You should if you want to have a good time.
What Harrison Ford should have done is drive into a back alley, call Wally, the rapper Wale, up. Say, hey, I need you to bring spray paint. And you know what? Wale would have been right because the colors he painted the ambulance and the ambulance would have matched better to the times that The Fugitive took place. Yeah.
Oh, because it was
The lime green.
St. Patty's Day?
That too. And it was St. Patty's Day. You have a dad joke.
I do.
Do it.
That guy really killed Harrison Ford's wife single-handedly.
Fuck you. I had something similar. I was just gonna say, I'm gonna give that man a hand, a round of applause. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do a hand joke, but here we are.
You know, I ran into Tommy Lee Jones once and I told him, I love you in that movie where Harrison Ford didn't kill his wife. And he said, I don't care.
These jokes write themselves now. Did you type these into ChatGPT?
Of course not. I have standards.
I think that's it, right? We crossed the we did it. We
did it. No, we gotta
beat
spin the wheel.
We beat the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, switch to. Have you ever heard John Mulaney's bit on The Fugitive?
No.
Did a bit. I don't know if
I saw it referenced a few times in the IMDb reviews or the Letterboxd reviews.
I'll pull it up for you when we're over. I don't even know if it's a bit or if it's just him explaining the plot of the movie, but somehow he makes it funny.
It's John Mulaney, I believe that.
We gotta spin the wheel. We gotta spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin that wheel.
Anything you're hoping for it to land on?
Something good.
Well, you got your wish.
Children of Men?
Clifford.
Close. They both start with a C.
Yeah.
The Big Red Dog?
No.
You know, there was a recent Clifford movie that's not too bad.
Really? I'm shocked.
Better than that piece of shit Harold with the Purple Crayon that Shazam was in.
I remember when
He could
before that movie came out, the Clifford movie, I saw the trailers. I was like, that looks bad.
All right. Still, better than Harold and the Purple Crayon. Zach Levi could draw everything in that movie except a better career path.
You know what the best children's property to live action movie is? Like
Holes.
Recently? Dora.
Drop it on me.
Dora.
You're not just saying that because you're simping for Hawk Girl, are you?
No. I saw this movie in theaters before she was like, in everything. Because me and my buddy went to see it for the memes. Because we thought
it was actually pretty good.
Me and my buddy, we went to see because we thought, this is probably going to be bad, but like in a funny way. Because like it's fucking live action Dora, ridiculous. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good little like treasure hunting movie.
Does she turn to the camera and say, like, ask you to say something like, "Where are we going?" And like pause and just look at you?
I think she does like once near the beginning, and then her parents are like, "Who are you talking to?"
Ah, yes. They look into the camera like, "Who's here? Huh? What?"
I don't remember the exact. It might have been like why is she still doing that or something? Because she's like a slightly older Dora.
Well, I love that it's self-aware. I do like that.
There's a scene in it where they accidentally like inhale some mushroom fumes and they turn into cartoons.
Oh God.
Like they turn into cartoon Dora. It's great. No, but it's Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Like it's a legit like it's a fun little like treasure hunting movie.
I'm glad you liked it before the internet got horny for Dora.
Yeah.
Then South Park trafficked her.
They're not horny for Dora. They're horny for the actress. Well, some of them are horny for Dora.
Yeah. I might have to check it out. I might have to see what the hubbub's about.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't watch the Woodpecker though. I watched the Woody Woodpecker recent movie they did. Live action.
Oh no.
Bad.
Ooh.
bad. It's a bunch of it's it does that thing where I don't know, like these kids movies now have like this weird vibe. They don't feel like Holes. You look back at Holes, that's a kids movie through and through.
Yeah.
But it feels mature. Like all these
Well, it feels like a real
modern day
movie.
feels like a real movie, whereas these like don't.
Yeah, they feel like
I don't know.
movies. They're like, well, this is for kids, so whatever.
Yeah, it just it
Which, which is like
there's no
back, like
effort.
right, like if you watch The Goonies, right?
Yeah.
The Goonies is a real movie. It feels like a real movie. They were like, we're making this movie, and it just so happens to be for children.
Like the Woodpecker movie, there's two camps facing off against each other. And a better movie would have handled I don't there's this one moment, there's this one obstacle course where the boy who's like a gamer nerd, it's like, "Oh, it's just like a video game." And it plays the scene like a video and it's just not good. It's just not good. And I can't explain why it's not good. I don't have the brain power. It's 2 a.m. and it's just not good. Like I might put this movie on the wheel so you have to watch it so
Oh
we can
god.
explain why it's not good.
It's just I don't know, kids movies these days, a lot of them, they make them where they're like, kids are dumb and this doesn't have to be good.
Most kids movies are like, can we cast Zach Levi? Yes, okay, we're halfway there.
No, you should not do that.
And on set, in between his half-assed take or his half-assed scenes, he'll be like, "Why does no one take me seriously anymore?" Poor Zach. I'm
Y
punching, but I don't think I'm punching down. So whatever.
you know what it is? This is what it is. Kids movies these days treat children like they're toddlers, and
Yeah,
kid b
or or
kid
the or the filmmakers assuming that all the kids have been shot in school, and they're like, who's this for?"
yeah, they make kids movies these days like, "It's okay." Kid like, they make them as if the children are babies who have, like, never seen anything or don't know what any it's like, "This doesn't have to be good, and we can talk down to them and make it stupid and whatever, and it can look bad." But, like, back in the day, you watch a kids movie, and like, "No, no, no. Like, there's some shit in this."
They also, you know what it is? They make the adults stupid. The adults are really stupid. The adults aren't anyone the kids can look up to. It's almost it's this immature like adults are stupid and we don't have to listen to them. Whereas if you again, I keep going back to Holes. Like the parents were zany, but they weren't stupid. They were just weird. Like adults were weird. Adults weren't stupid.
Yeah. Like, what's that movie? Matilda. You ever see Matilda?
I love Matilda.
Yeah.
Is that Danny DeVito's only directing movie? Like that was his directing debut, but was that his only one?
No, he's directed a couple of others, I think. But, like, that movie, right? Like, her dad is just like like a slimy car salesman,
Yeah.
right? And he's just not a
A-
good guy.
And Matilda does that thing of like pinpointing like the way a parent explains something can be perceived completely different by the child. Because Danny DeVito has like he at one point he tells her when people are bad, we punish them. Whereas and the movie even points out like, well, he should have said when kids are bad, we punish them. Because now Matilda realizes like, oh, people should be punished when they're bad.
Yeah,
Instead of just like,
but, like and that's a movie where, like, a child, like, acts like a kid, but not in a way that like, she acts like a kid and not what an adult thinks a kid is, which is a
yeah.
stupid, useless potato.
There's a general curiosity coming from Matilda.
Yeah, and again, that movie is filled with, oh, like, this is some real shit. Like, a kid gets locked into a fucking Iron Maiden.
It's called the Chokey. You can call it the Chokey. Well, and again, I go back to Holes. Like a kid is arrested for stealing shoes, and he goes to court, and he's faced down by his hero, who says, "That's no fan of mine." Like it's real. It's real serious shit.
Even, like, the lesser kids movies still felt like they were trying to make a real movie. Like Mike, he gets fucking his shoes from, like, a drug dealer, like, wires.
Yeah, and then he gets drunk in that movie, and drunk drives. Or
But
wait, does his teammate get drunk and he drives home for him?
I think he
One of the
got
two.
yeah. But, like, that's, even, like, a lesser kids movie, well, it feels like a movie, like, things happen. Like,
And the
there's
guy
a
who
shitty orphan like, fucking Crispin Glover's a creep.
yeah, he steals his shoes.
Yeah. He's six.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a creepy guy. And fucking Jesse Plemons is like the bully.
Wait, Jesse Plemons?
Yeah,
What?
he's the bully.
That is Plemons. Oh my god, that is him.
I've known Jesse Plemons as the bully from Like Mike forever. I'll always know him as
And-
the bully from Like Mike.
And he grew up to shoot a child.
Well,
Got a child. I blame the orphanage. I blame the American orphan. Oh God, foster
Anyway.
system.
Anyway, this episode is over.
We should do a bunch of. We should just fill a wheel with a bunch of children's movies like throughout the times.
Anyway, next movie is Clifford, so you can all watch it along. I think it's on Tubi.
It is on Tubi.
Tubi. It is also, I don't know if it is there, but in Canada it is on Amazon Prime. So go watch Clifford with Martin Short, and then come back for next week's episode to listen to us talk about it.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, and
Go review the podcast.
Go review
Words,
go
art,
review the
all that
pod.
shit.
Yeah, go review the podcast. Spread the word about the podcast. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Whatever you do, don't tell your mother.